Talking point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We will start in the next 10 minutes. Pardon me?
You can never be the one. Can't say, you can tell, and one week, no way when you come. You can never be the one. Can't say, you can tell, and one week, no way when you outside. Yes, please obey, because we get an online audience will also will watch this program. They will only enjoy themselves if they get a proper visibility and when they all organize better. You are being take your seat because the next 15 minutes will close the gate and we'll close all the doors for the man himself. I can take the stage. Obey, gonna please. Yeah. Please, the decent they can now. For you respect, very much. Piano, please come on, please. You know, that is quite artist. The ladies and all, you know, but the young men or guys, they know how to, you know. I'll take you, please. One start. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We start. Shall we close the back? Daniel, please close the back door. Close the back door. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I want to invite the Reverend Father Michael Carlini to lead us in Christian prayers. We will start now. Father Michael, please. Shall we? Father Michael Carlini will start at any minute. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. We welcome you all in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ at the premises of the University of Makeni, Sierra Leone. First thing first, Collobre. Allow me, Your Excellency, today shall we please stand? Time for prayer. Today is World Labor Day. It's about job. I want to start considering the situation. The Constitution of my country, Article 1, reads, the name of the country is a democratic republic founded on labor. The first word in our constitution is labor. The country stands on work. That is the foundation, the principle we have in my country. Sovereignty, it continues, belongs to the people. In the forms and limits. To be employed, it's an honorable position. To get up in the to the growth of the nation. Nation has the moral duty to be working. Real human we stand on that source of GDP. Because they the most important thing, the human capital. They care. We will Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father, we are grateful this evening possible for all of us to be here this evening. Bless those who consider the good of you, on whose honor they can find their operative and important any other interest. as the good Lord plays it. Our Lady of Queen of Sierra Leone.
Invite Mr. Makeni to lead us in I may her soul rest in peace. I am Samura Kamara, Dean of the Faculty of Law at the University of Makeni. So, as an independent and sovereign nation, we as a country are attached to different. Ladies and gentlemen, here on campus, radio, and all our social media handles, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, Bishop Bob Johnny, our Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Almandi Tiwe, staff and students of the University of Makeni, and all present, I wish to welcome all of you to the second in the University of Makeni's 63 Independent Anniversary Public Lecture Series. I believe Dr. Samura Kamara, who is the faculty leader of the ABC, will live up to expectation. Ladies and gentlemen, I also want to invite Reverend Professor Joseph today, who is the Vice Chancellor of the University of Makeni, to welcome Dr. Samura Kamara to the campus of the University of Makeni.
Let me take this opportunity on behalf of our Bishop, who is the Chancellor of the University of Makeni, to welcome all of us present here. In a very special way, we want to welcome Dr. Matthew Wilson Kamara. I want to welcome in a special way the APC leadership that is present here with us today. Please, let's give them a hand. We also want to welcome in a very special way the mayor of the municipality of Makeni, the chairman of Komon-Tok District Council, and your delegation that is present here with us today. Let me welcome members of the academy, our deans and our heads of departments, our lecturers, and our students. A public lecture is an occasion for us to learn. It's an occasion for us to engage and to continue the dialogue. So I want to welcome you in a very special way here. Let me welcome all our distinguished guests that are present here with us today. We are living in very exciting and very challenging times. We are living in very exciting and very challenging times. And in a very special way, we need to recover, we need to
singer. I wonder if somebody could just help us and say happy birthday today. Happy birthday, Dr. Samura. Well, we are in Makeni, and if the Chancellor of the University has welcomed us, I want to invite the Mayor of the Municipality of Makeni to welcome Dr. Samura Kamara to his city. His worship Mayor Lamte, Abubakar Kamara Lamte.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, Dr. Wilson Kamara, the leader of the All People's Congress political party, the deputy national leader of the All People's Congress political party, members of parliament, present and past, chairpersons of district, councillors of Makeni City Council, councillors of Komon-Tok District Council, former government ministers and functionaries, executive members of all APC executives, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pleasure that I extend a warm welcome to all of you gathered here today at the University of Makeni. We are honored to have with us Dr. Samura Wilson Kamara, a distinguished guest whose expertise and insights will undoubtedly enrich our discourse. Dr. Samura Kamara's contributions to academia, public service, and international diplomacy are exemplary as a seasoned scholar and statesman. His wealth of knowledge, experience, serves as a beacon of inspiration to us all. Today's public lecture promises to be enlightening and stimulating, offering valuable perspectives on critical issues facing our society. We are privileged to have Dr. Kamara guide us through this intellectual journey. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Samura Wilson Kamara. We eagerly anticipate his address and related discussion. That is all. Thank you and God bless you. Welcome to Makeni.
Thank you, His Worship. I want to invite the Honorable Ibrahim Mari. Ibrahim Mari is a member of Parliament, my student, and also he teaches public policy at the University of Makeni. Honorable, this is not Parliament, keep it short. Time is not an available.
Thank you very much, Doctor. You are welcome. I stand here today on behalf of the members of Parliament and as a lecturer at the University of Makeni, and we want to welcome all of you to this wonderful opportunity. We are led by our esteemed and I want to use this message, I want to use this platform to send a message to ECSN and all the elections. We will to call on Dr. Samura Kamara. So please be a bridge, don't be a wall. Take leadership and lead us. Don't listen to any gossip. Lead your people's congress and take this country.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, when Dr. Samura Kamara was there, we so we are members of Parliament. Who is a student of the University of Makeni and a member of Parliament to Wilson Kamara. Please rise to keep it short.
Good evening all. Mr. Chairman, permit me to stand on existing protocol. I have a task to introduce all of you know, and most of my job has been done by the chair of the program, so I'll be very brief. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker tonight was born in 1951 in Sierra Leone and our guest speaker holds a Bachelor of Science degree in Economics at the Frobe College, University of Sierra Leone in 1972, a Master's degree in 1980, and a PhD in 1986 in the University College of North Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker was the Bank Governor of Sierra Leone, was the Minister of Finance, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and a lot more other positions in Sierra Leone. Was elected flag bearer and presidential candidate of the All People's Congress in 2023 general elections, respectively. He is currently the leader of the All People's Congress Party, and is currently leading the examination initiative to aim to address the alleged electoral irregularities following the disputed 2023 election results, focusing on resolution of the disputed outcome of the 2023 election and undertaking structural electoral reforms, electoral management, institutional management, and of course, electoral laws. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker is a visionary leader. He's a human agriculturist who has cultivated many human crops, especially in the finance sector of Sierra Leone. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker is one of the drafters of the Agenda for Prosperity between 2013 and 2018. He also championed the Agenda for Change in 2008 and 2012. He has worked hard on the development of Sierra Leone. Man who believes in the development of Sierra Leone, a man you all know, ladies and gentlemen, when we are going to introduce Dr. Matthew Wilson Samura.
This is International Labour Day, not so. Who means a lot to my political life. This individual has never wasted any time, never been scared to come out and support Samura Kamara in his political endeavors. Please permit me to recognize Madam Mary APC. I see her somewhere. Mr. Chairman, Vice Chancellor, let me stop here also and recognize his presence in absentia but in spirit and Chancellor of this university. Kindly extend my regards to him. Faculty members, colleague academics, esteemed guests, remarkable students of the University of Makeni, the worship mayor of the municipality of Makeni, honorable members of parliament, our councillors, the local council, APC leadership represented here by
the Deputy National Deputy Chairman of the APC, Alhaji Dr. Usman Fude Sane, and the APC family as a whole, represented by another notable person, personality in Makeni, Mr. Olari Kolim Sabaka Mansari, Mr. Abdul Mansare, and all other families of other political parties. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. First, I bring you and workers of Sierra Leone warm greetings from the All People's Congress Party, a party that stands with and for the workers of Sierra Leone. We are committed to welfare and progress. Today, it is an honor and privilege for me to be invited to deliver this lecture on the first day of May, a day recognized worldwide, including Sierra Leone, as Workers' Day. Allow me here to express my heartfelt gratitude and admiration for the workers of Sierra Leone. Your tireless efforts are shaping our nation into a better place for us and for our future generations. Your sacrifices are the foundation of our country's socio-economic transformation. I also want to acknowledge your challenges, your harsh working conditions, and your inadequate financial rewards, especially during this difficult economic time. I hope that these issues will soon be a story of the past. Second, I speak to you today not only as a colleague and friend, but also as someone who shares of this calamity. I am aware that the entire northwestern this issue will soon be resolved. As the electoral process has not concluded for my party, neither has it concluded for me, Samura Kamara, until everything is settled. Third, this lecture thoughtfully considers my extensive experience in public policy and national development. Over the years, I have had significant positions, nationally and internationally, spanning long periods under various administrations, including a military regime, as well as SLPP and APC regime. I have the honor of being elected as the flag bearer and presidential candidate for the All People's Congress Party in 2018 and 2023 multi-tier elections. This is a distinction that represents the greatest, the highest honor a political party can bestow upon its members. I'm grateful to the APC party. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm extremely delighted to be here to interact with you on a sensitive and relevant issue that borders significantly on the past, present, and future of our well-being as a nation. And this is Sierra Leone at 63. Is politics a hindrance? Sierra Leone at 63 is politics a hindrance. Let me thank the leadership and management of the University of Makeni and the organizers of this August occasion for the honor and privilege to deliver this lecture today as part of the commemoration of the 63rd year anniversary of our nation's existence as an independent sovereign state. It is encouraging to see that the theme chosen for this year's commemoration reflects a growing awareness and determination in our university campuses to address and openly discuss the pressing issues facing our country. It is important to note that universities and other higher learning institutions should not solely concentrate on producing graduates. Instead, they should also establish forums for meaningful dialogue on topics that are critical to national development and prosperity, considering both immediate and long-term perspectives. At the core of our discussion this evening are two critical and reflective questions that call for our attention. First, why does Sierra Leone continue to struggle in transforming the lives and livelihoods of its citizens despite having abundant resources? Second, is it our style of politics? Is it intended to be a powerful catalyst for breaking barriers and forging positive advancement, or is it unfortunately acting as an impediment to our shared goal of progress and prosperity? These are not just questions. They serve as a reflection, a mirror held up to our society, prompting us to look inward and assess the very essence of our political governance and its influence on the spirit of our nation. As we engage in this, let us openly and without bias or short-sightedness genuinely examine the empirical evidence and statistics that reveal the realities of our nation's distant past, recent history, and current circumstances. Looking back, at the moment of independence in 1961, Sierra Leone was poised for promising political underpinned by resources, underpinned by a nationwide sort of enthusiasm for the shift from colonial to local governance, and underpinned by significant international goodwill. Throughout this journey, Sierra Leoneans have faced substantial overlapping vulnerabilities and setbacks in national politics and economy. Many self-inflicted and generally characterized by a lack of transformative vision, integrity, and empathy. Yet, paradoxically, 63 years later, Sierra Leone generally shows signs of regression or stagnation in living standards. In stark contrast to several other African and Asian nations that were at a similar development stage at our time of independence. Despite these challenges, the people of Sierra Leone have shown remarkable resilience in striving for overarching goals of peace, unity, stability, amid severe political and economic upheavals. The political climate over these 63 years of independence has been fraught with tensions and marked by frequent political and democratic backsliding It is excavating the country's democratic preludes. The broad political scenario in this year has been one of unequal societal participation, not just in selecting our leaders, but also in broader national governance. Political exclusion, a clear sign of democratic deficiency, remains alarmingly high. Periods of national optimism have traditionally been marked by changes in government, accompanied by hopes that the new political leadership would rectify the missteps of its predecessors. Regrettably, the political environment remains challenging for the populace. Despite 5 supposedly democratic elections since the end of the war in 2002, the struggle for leadership, power, and party dominance persists. Under the facade of democracy, there has to foster conditions conducive to democratic engagement. Additionally, identity politics, largely reflecting coercive and illegitimate allegiance to personalities rather than to institutions, and rather than to the laws of the country, has dominated over the drive to advance development and enhance national welfare. Traditional political patronage networks, rather than new institution-based political networks, continue to define the rhythm and of our national politics. Today, politics is everywhere. Even in the water you drink, there is politics. In the clothes you wear, there is politics. Politics, politics, politics everywhere. And for many political elites, this politics is seen as an end rather than a means to an end. Similarly, the surrounding economy has experienced its own cycles of highs and lows during the last 63 years. Highs during the 60s and 70s, lows in the 80s, and a significant downturn in the 90s, culminating in the near collapse of both the economy and the state. This downturn was largely due to an unprovoked and devastating 11-year civil war that not only caused extensive physical destruction, but also nearly left 75% of the population in extreme poverty and destitution. Indeed, the initial 5 years of our post-conflict reconstruction, that is 2000-2007, instilled a sense of renewed hope and confidence in the people and development party. This period was marked by focused efforts on institution building, public financial management, and structural reform, highlighted by the creation of, for example, the National Revenue Authority, NRA, the National Social Security and Insurance Trust, NASIT, and above all, the revitalization of local government and decentralization. These efforts were supported by UNAMSIP, the largest United Nations peacekeeping force ever deployed in a country. It's important to remember that after peacekeeping, UNAMSIP transitioned to UNIPSI, which was a civilian political mission aimed at helping the country consolidate the peace and progress. Using soft power mechanisms, UNIPSI addressed political tensions that could have reignited conflict, while also strengthening institutions and promoting human rights. March 31st, 2014 marks the official conclusion of UNIPSI, the final phase of a robust 15-year UN involvement in Sierra Leone. At the peak of the 11-year civil conflict, more than 17,000 blue helmets were deployed to disarm rebel militias and restore order and stability. With United Nations assistance, Salonians participated in consecutive free and fair elections for the first time. Furthermore, Sierra Leone was hailed by the then United Nations Secretary General as a hopeful example of how peacekeeping missions can exit the sea, leaving behind a solid legacy for the future. And we saw the country deploying peacekeepers for the first time in other conflict areas in Africa after the war. Building on this strong institutional foundation and restoration of peace and state authority nationwide, the subsequent 10 years of post-conflict reconstruction witnessed a more robust push for tangible development strides. This nationwide infrastructure program, spanning almost all sectors, spurred economic recovery and reinforced the consolidation of peace, hope, and confidence across society. As a result, annual economic growth averaged 10% between 2009 and 2013, with a peak at 20.14% in 2013, placing Sierra Leone among the fastest growing economies in sub-Saharan Africa at that material time. However, economic recovery has somewhat stalled, and the momentum of post-conflict reconstruction efforts have significantly slowed in the last 5 to 6 years. There appears to be a diminishing enthusiasm for development, primarily due to the regime's intense focus on political blame games and the pursuit of politically motivated goals, which has led to poor management of the political transition. This shift in focus has severely diverted attention away from advancing development objectives. Undoubtedly, the Australian economy is fragile and highly susceptible to both internal and external shocks. Apart from the civil war, recent significant disruptions include the 2014 Ebola virus outbreak, plummeting of international commodity prices in 2014, the 2017 mudslide, and the 2019 COVID outbreak. The combined effects of the shocks of 2014 and 2017 had a catastrophic impact on the economy, no doubt. However, with resilience and an effective mix of policies, the economy managed to recover impressively after plummeting to minus 20.1% in 2014. Mind you, we are through by the same margin in 2013. The recovery from the impact of COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, however, has not mirrored this resilience. Economic recovery has been considerably weaker and sluggish, exacerbated by rising driven by high inflation and the and education. Fiscal for the government result of economic fluctuations, or do they reflect deeper, more systemic problems embedded in our political landscape? In the face of these harsh political and social realities, we have seen rays of hope and glimpses of potential in some political regions, highlighting ambition that serve as a wake-up call also. There is considerable disillusionment in many quarters at the lack of significant progress in tackling the issues of the as well as those that cause the civil conflict. The most significant lesson we've learned is that in the quest for a brighter future, we must be prepared not only to address the challenges of the past and present, but also possibilities of our future. In 2007, a joint study by the United Nations on the challenges of restoring accurately identified critical values upon restoring governance and building trust in government. 2. Establishing national safety. Stabilizing and equitably growing the economy. Intervention. Ladies and gentlemen, consequently at this juncture, we need to consider how can we shape the political landscape from one that hampers progress to one that actively removes obstacles and lays the groundwork for sustainable peace, building nationalism, innovation, growth, and prosperity. Second, is it sufficient to depend solely on traditional forms of political engagement? Or should we be bold enough to broaden our perspectives and around next consideration. The dominance of the inability to accept what I would describe as the uncomfortable truth about our political journey so far. Is the inability of the leaders of their position. For far too political leaders have lacked enough time and authoritative rules. Politics is I want to repeat. Leadership, time, and appropriate exposure for ascending to the authoritative roles. Politics in Sierra Leone has generally acted like a chain, holding back our collective potential. These two factors have been a burden on our history, a weight on our present, and a blockade to our future ambitions. The stark truth is that our political system is often marred by self-interest, systemic corruption, and short-sighted political exigencies, neglecting the general welfare of the nation. The dominance of poor and intimidating leadership, and the arrogance of power and control. Let us reflect on the following. In our 63 years of how many promising initiatives have been derailed through political picking and power struggle? In the 60 years of independence, how many talented individuals have been stifled by nepotism and favoritism? Opportunities lost and dreams deferred due to the whims of myopic political elites. As a very senior stakeholder, with several decades of development experience, and with unwavering hope and optimism going into the future. The path to a brighter future lies not in dwelling on past mistakes, the 2023 proportional representation electoral system. Interestingly, while political parties in modern democracies typically differentiate themselves through distinct ideologies, in Sierra Leone, such ideological differences are scarcely evident. All parties appear to have historically advocated for a mixed economy within a framework of a national liberal democracy. Yet the real differences between our parties today, however, stem from the destructive type of politics the political class has effectively divided the country along the main regional blocks and support bases. This regional divide, unfortunately, finds ethnic undermining national identity and national unity. When as a nation, political support or loyalty is based purely on over-concentrated ethnic and regional affiliations, there are great consequences on that country's potential for national unity and national development. It becomes possible for unscrupulous rogues and tyrants to emerge as political leaders because they are not voted in on the basis of equity, but rather they are voted in or ethnic. Sierra Leone, democracy, where citizens are capable of asking questions to those requesting their votes. Questions such as, how do you want to serve us? What do you want to do for us? How do you intend to unite the country? Is where participatory governance and democracy begin. And this is why the ordinary citizens have to seek responsible, enlightened leadership, the sheep from the goats. The majority of our democracy, of our moral development, will depend on the extent to which we as citizens are capable of between the politics, human politics, patriotism, leadership and citizenship. The essence of patriotism cannot be so of the leader. Citizens themselves are taking responsibility. They have leaders have impact on our society and the many often interdependent issues those societies are grappling with. Yet, the role of a political leader is often undefined. And or well equipped as strong they carry. Unquote. Participants at the workshop also observed that the world is witnessing a crisis of trust from the voters in an elected officials and ultimately itself. The emergence of populist parties in our political system in recent years are telling symptoms of this crisis. I of political leadership goes a long way of democracy. on the one hand, and the confidence of citizens have including the following. What should we expect of our political leaders in this area of global political leadership mean or entail? Political leadership standards that are largely undefined. And how we develop a pipeline of well-prepared representative people freedom, justice, and democracy are key guiding principles for the governance that are enshrined in our Constitution. To justify their legitimacy and maintain sanity in the administration, governments must abide by those principles in the pursuit of development for a nation. If a government has failed its people, it is not only because it has made bad policies, but it is also because it has treated the opposition or even anyone or institution with the simplest of linkages in the opposition. performance that all hands must come to deck. Sierra Leone has a potential reservoir of talent, of knowledge, skills, and energy resources, both at home and in diaspora, to exploit in order to repair the structural functions we have depicted in our dancing over the past 63 years. The leadership that can reunite and re-energize Sierra Leone must prove that it can be trusted by the citizens of every tribe and region. Citizens need to feel that they will not be marginalized because of who they are, but they can participate and contribute meaningfully as Sierra Leoneans towards the country based on merit and ability only. With a true national identity, we must be represented by our distinctive tradition, culture, tolerance, and for us, perhaps, by common language. As a cohesive nation, we must instill and enable all our citizens to have a strong sense of feeling that we are all members of the same country, engaged in common enterprise and face shared challenges. Second point, building solid foundations for intergenerational, non-political framework. Every Friday, our political parties debate the electorate manifesto, listing a number of policies and programs and the promise to implement during the period, where the former constitution they are underpinning methods of recruitment and appointments must not be dragged into partisan political party conflicts. They must be rooted on merit and ability. It is only when they are allowed to play their constitutional roles in a transparent manner that their dignity will be ensured. The reports and recommendations of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, the TRC, and of various other targeted reform initiatives still remain invaluable to us, but sadly unimplemented. These provide useful references for making these two institutions more efficient and more responsive to society and to be answerable to political leadership and political exigencies. There are also two missing institutional links that are key for increasing the momentum of strategic sustainability. The first is developing a highly efficient and patriotic middle management pillar. We have seen how countries like Senegal and Ghana have benefited from the middle management scale. We don't have it. Investing in middle manpower will significantly enhance the country's capacity to address its challenges, drive progress, and create a more equitable society. By addressing good causes of middle manpower crisis and fostering an environment of opportunity, Sierra Leone will overcome its challenges, pave the way for inclusive growth, development, secure a brighter future for its citizens. Second, while acknowledging the central role of human capital development today, experience has shown that there is a need to refocus this development priority toward a more appropriate, a more contextual definition, and a more important application in three critical areas in our human development strategy. First, strengthening educational diversification and creating a delicate balance between academic, vocational, entrepreneurial, skills training, and digital literacy nationwide. A strong emphasis on vocational entrepreneurial training will enhance employability and promote effective collaboration between educational institutions and the private sector organizations. In the design of relevant curricula and training programs, the focus on practical skills will align with market demand, lifelong learning, and upskilling to adapt to changing job requirements to be promoted through encouraging continuous skills development. Fourth point, narrowing gender and development gaps. The empowerment of women and youth is no longer a cross-cutting intervention, but must be placed upfront in the immediate, short, medium, long-term development agenda. Sierra Leone is undergoing a transformative period, characterized by a women and youth board that presents both challenges and opportunities. I am keenly aware of the difficulties women and young people face, the frustration they endure, and the dreams they hold within their hearts. It's precisely because of their unique position in bringing about change that I want to propose it and single them out this evening as the best to be at the leading edge of negating Sierra Leone's path to the brighter future. We cannot navigate our path of the future if we don't put the women and the youth at the center. They are not just passive recipients of development, but they are also active contributors and agents of change. Their energy, creativity, and willingness to question the status quo make them effective advocates for social justice, democracy, and human development. Peace and the honor of today, the challenge of today. Building a strong, vibrant democracy. Sierra Leone's political landscape so far has had three distinct features, namely gaining independence in 1961, an 11-year civil war in the 1990s, and an ongoing post-war reconstruction. It is clear that our broken political and democratic system have had and continue to have a dangerous impact on our country's ability to sustainably tackle the problems of yesterday, problems of now, problems of the future. The truth and reconciliation of the DRC I mentioned earlier did conclude by the beginning of the 11th Republic. And I quote what the report said. Sierra Leone had a stripped of its dignity at the beginning of the civil year, 1991. The report found that Sierra Leone had a stripped of its dignity. Its social collapse reduced vast majority of the people into a state of deprivation. Government accountability was not existent. Political expression and dissent have been brought. Democracy and rule of law were dead. In 1991, Sierra Leone was a deeply divided society and full of the potential for violence. It required only the slightest spark for this violence to be ignited. This context provided right grounds for opportunities, and for opportunities who unleashed a wave of violence and hate that was swept through the country for 11 good years. Many Sierra Leoneans, particularly the youth, lost all sense of hope in the future. This was in 1991. The Commission wrote the political elite of successive regimes in the post-independence period responsible for creating the conditions for conflict. That's their judgment. Is that judgment true today? These are the painful realities of our yesterday, showing up in our today. And if not, we continue showing up in our future, thereby destroying any hope for building a stable and prosperous nation. Building a strong, vibrant, political and democratic environment that allows freedom to vote and choose a consensual leadership, as well as the ability of an inclusive expression of opinion without fear of reprisals, is central in guaranteeing a secure future. The events, so many of you like to come to this point. The events surrounding our June 23 election and the aftermath are well known, and they represent the fundamental concern of all Sierra Leoneans at the present time. The voluntary inter-party agreement for national unity, dated 18th of October 2023, between the two major political parties, the APC and SLP, to peacefully end the formal post-election statement while examining within 6 months the underlying electoral and democratic irregularities around this and previous elections. It's a historic document. And today, this agreement represents a landmark moment in the year 2024. The overriding purpose of this agreement is to set out a new future for sustainable political care in our country. It rests on the strong empirical evidence that the firm grasp of the present requires a clear understanding of the history that created it. Hence, the agreement has provision for the Tripartite Committee under Resolution 3 to look as far back as all previous elections after the war. Winston Churchill says, the farther back you look, the farther forward you can see. President Biden, in his most recent State of the Union address, remarked, the American people, I see a future where defending democracy. You don't believe it. I see the future where we restore the right to choose and protect our freedom, not to take them away. The agreement of national unity is therefore our unprecedented starting point for fundamental and sustainable democratic change. It is broad-based and specific, and if adopted to the fullest and with strongest openness, sincerity, and conviction, it has the potential to unearth many uncomfortable truths surrounding the origins of our very stabilizing democratic deficit, characterized by historically manipulated electoral systems. For securing the democratic rights of citizens, the two parties and the developed partners, under the tripartite mechanism, must aim to detect and remove entrenched electoral wrongs, strengthen democratic norms and beliefs, and lay a solid foundation for a strong, robust, ending democracy. Any other way or way to reignite the very painful findings of the CRC that I just read to you. Let us therefore keep the ongoing cross-party dialogue process and reserve track and set stage. Let us continue. Conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me in conclusion to leave you with two important thoughts. First, if the aspiration for a new democratic across Sierra Leone is to be realized, there is need for strong and brave leadership, especially with regards to the administration of government and justice. Government must be open, accommodating, transparent, and accountable. While justice must be administered fairly within the framework of the law, the justice and law enforcement system must be capacitated to work independently and justly. Government should be busy tackling developmental issues and leave those matters to those mandated to handle. Second, I would like to appreciate the critical role that educational institutions are playing in building our human resource base for leadership at all levels. The direction that Sierra Leone will take in the near future will depend on how well citizens and those institutions prepare to change. In many parts of the world today, there's a new generation of leaders taking power and speaking a new language of hope and responsibility. But wherever we find ourselves as leaders, I would like us to always remember the following. Live my and what you say. People, but people have put me in contact and made me develop great relationships and friendships with people of all regions. There's no better unifier and a national identity than this. We cannot remain trapped in various forms of mediocre leadership, weaponized analysis, political hate, food insecurity, and the vicious cycle of poverty and dependence. It is therefore a pivotal move to reclaim the essence of politics as a means of joining service to the people. Our collective task is to reshape our political landscape to one where national interest is paramount, where governance is transparent and accountable, and where every institution stands robust in its duty to empower every Israeli. The words of renowned political theorist Professor Abdurrahman Amin remind us that strength of a democracy is not just measured by ability to safeguard the rights of the majority, but its tenacity in protecting the voices of the minority as well. Which means, whether in the majority or in the majority, we are all equal. It is this tenacity that we must foster as we strive to ensure our political system. We must ensure that our political system serves not as a hindrance, but as a powerful catalyst for national cohesion and development. Let us strive to create a Israel where diversity is celebrated, where regional and ethnic differences are sources of strength, and where politics serves as a bridge to bring us closer to the ideals of unity, freedom, justice, and progress, which our forebears actively fought for. To the students, the last word. Engage, debate, and participate. To the lecturer, the last word. Educate, inspire, and guide. Together, all of us, we can ensure that the politics of Israel is not a hindrance, but a powerful engine driving us toward a brighter and more unified future. As we reflect upon our 3 years of independence, let us affirm our commitment to Israel that thrives, not in spite of politics, but because of a politics that upholds the aspirations of the people. I want to thank you for your patience.
Thank you, Dr. Samura Kamara. At this juncture, you will all sit down. If you have a question, please keep the question short. Hello, this is the most interesting aspect of the conversation. Shall we sit down, please? Shall we sit down, please? If you have a question, I want to restrict the question. Any question, any comment? Any questions, please? Daniel, wait, any question? Yes, the man in the blue. Come forward, let I give him the mic. Keep it short. Yes. Keep the question short. Yes. Be precise. Your name and the question. Get away.
Sir, my brother is my name. Students management of my university. The convention. Sierra Leone gaining independence has advantages and disadvantages. But the first rule of God is clear that Sierra Leone is spending. As foreign bodies decide as to who to become leader and to who not. A nation as senior with Sierra Leone as a process
wherein citizens just participated in voting, but the outcome is not in the will of the majority. If this is not ironed out, I'm confident to say, Sierra Leone will still be a standstill towards achieving sustainable development. Thank you. Okay, that is not a question. A question, please. Anybody with a question? Yes, yes, the gentleman from the seminary. The question, please. Shall we? Yes, come closer. A comment. Your name, yes, come closer. Please, hello, come closer. Your name, please. I'm Asante Kiwara. And as a prospective political science interested in understanding the economic dynamics of Australia, I'm intrigued by the country's remarkable achievements as the country the fastest growing economy in West Africa in 2013. I'd like to know what factors contributed to Australia becoming the country with the fastest growing economy during that time in West Africa, and how this area sustains economic growth during that period, and what were some of the key economic indicators and statistics.
Listen, in as much as you are reading, he is writing. Come forward,
Don't rush your reading.
Give the question to us a little bit. Yes, my brother.
Well, as a prospective political science interested in understanding the economic dynamics in Australia, I'm engaged by my country's remarkable achievements as the fastest growing in West Africa in 2013. Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Yes, the country was fast growing in 2018. Yes, hello, listen, can we allow him to relax? Hello, yes, my brother.
Now, I would like to know what factors contributed to Australia becoming country with the fastest economy during that time, and how did Australia sustain its economic growth in that period, and what were some of the key economic indicators, statistics that highlighted Australia's growth during that period?
Okay, so you want to know 2018, it was de facto as the fastest growing economy. What were the factors? Thank you. Any other question? Yes. Yeah, those. Yes. I am not a football person. Please keep your questions short. Your name and the questions, be precise.
Alpha Kabian, University of Makeni. As a leader of the main opposition party in the country, APC, reports from the EU, UN, ECOWAS, Africa Center all said that 2023 general elections need to reflect the people's will, and that the elections are not transparent, and the results announced by the electoral commissioner do not reflect the vote of the people. As an opposition leader, how do you ensure the future of democracy in the country? And what are the plans for ensuring that the will of the people is protected in the future election?
Okay, thank you. How do you ensure that the rights of the people is protected? Any other questions? If there's a lady, I'll give the question to a lady. Yeah, when? No, I'll give the question to this man, the man with black. Yes, keep your question short, please.
Please.
Yes?
As Sierra Leone, as history, how does political instability affect the economic growth in Sierra Leone?
Okay, thank you. That's a short one. Yes? After this round, Doctor will answer the question. Yes?
Today I translate my name from the
So
political
listen,
science
the
department.
question is for Dr. Ask the question.
I want to translate my name from the political science department. Mr. Leader, meanwhile, politicians use tribalism as a preach to divide the nation. So as a leader, what are your ways or implementation for you to implement something will not be happened in the country?
Thank you. Politicians divide along political lines. What are your own strategy? Yes, I'll give it. Is there any room for another question? Okay, thank you, lady. Yes. Your name and keep the.
My name is Samura Kamara, a student of UNIMAC. How this tripartite system will restore pure democracy in Syria, where the president of future.
Okay, how will the tripartite arrangement restore democracy in Sierra Leone now and the future? Any lady? Otherwise, yes, the man with the white. Keep the question short. After you, we'll give the mic to Dr. Samura. Yes, no, this man, please. This man, yes.
Dr. Makeni, please, I raise my fear from the outcome of this tripartite. What is be my hope? Is there going to be a rerun? I hope we focus on the next slide.
Okay? He is not hopeful. We want you to assure him that he should believe in the tripartite. Okay? And no. Okay, well, I gave you the last question and then you will go back for a second round. Yes, you, and then no second round. Yes. No, I was asking for the lady. He has the question. I will not say the lady. Okay? Yes.
I'm telling you from the boy about the Department of Political Science and National Relations. Gibson the boy. And it is this man in the state, in politics that permanent rule, no permanent entity, but permanent. Towards the political freedom and justice to this society democracy of our.
Thank you.
Our president. Could you imagine us the 1,000, 1 million per bag, for my number 600,000, education is poor, free medical, it's poor. This is the woman that died. What to do? Oh, the people are not believed. Say, you will come back and for me, I don't say, you will come back and for your very thing. So what thing are the constraints? What thing is the one thing to people them? Who's better to the one to them? So dear, what is
Yes, that lady. Yes, lady. Give me your name and this.
Yes. In a situation where the tripartite is in favor of the opposition, what can you do as a future president to second the right and the tyranny?
Absolutely. Should the tripartite go your way? Should the tripartite go your way? What would you do as the next president of Sierra in protecting the rights of women? Thank you. Dr. Samura, over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello. Hello. I was expecting almost all questions to be on the tripartite. This tripartite that is ongoing. Today, the single most public good in Sierra Leone. You know what it is? A
by the tripartite committee. It is a public good. Building democracy, looking at the correct irregularities and correct them. Once corrected, you are laying a solid foundation for free, transparent, and credible elections. You are laying a solid foundation for greater respect for people's freedom, the right to vote, the right for your votes to be counted, the right to choose the leader, and also the right to hold that leader accountable. It's not only about choosing the leader, but also find ways of holding that accountable. What happened to me as a young is unprecedented. The step the APC party has taken to hold politicians accountable. No other country has allowed two parties to go to the stage. But what we are saying, we must allow the process to its logical conclusion. But the agreement says recommendation of the party, of the tripartite committee, the action level and then we are welcoming those of you who have led this agreement here, especially for students. I know my priority for you is to concentrate on your studies. Leave the politics first, so you don't fall apart. Otherwise, politics will be unnecessary distraction. Politics cannot secure your future. The best thing that can secure your future as students and your qualification will be. Nobody will take up money from you. So, where we are today, we are being tested. We've never been so tested as a country where we are. That's why he said, let us look at June 24, 2023. And then, in turning along the future, what did they do? Go back. You know, I always say this analogy about the future. If you are driving a car, and you are driving a tubeless tire. Tubeless tire, when it punctures, unless it is very, very sharp and huge, you will not notice it, not so. It might take you miles and miles and miles of driving. You don't even notice that. Even if I stop at the village, I tell you, hey Papa, look, the tire don't go. You come out of the people and look at it. They know this is the car. That's a tubeless tire. When it reaches a point where it can no longer carry that weight, put it down, and it collapses, it fires. That's what has happened to Sierra Leone. We have to be very, very sincere about this. This is one of the uncomfortable truths for Sierra Leone. All of us here, my generation, before my generation, the older generation, we have seen the system collapsing from 1961. Even the independence, also for visa argument, There will never be God. We've seen the time when we have political regimes in trade, and it's destroying a democratically elected president. What happens? And the man can seize power. In the treaty about military regimes, we have not collected that. We've seen systems where from one election to the other, ballot boxes are either broken or stolen. But they just disappear. When you train so-called polling agents, you send them to go and observe elections. They're not there. They don't go. Some cannot even feel for those that make themselves available. Some cannot fill in the figures from the boxes. So they get a boxes. When you get box 5, line number 5 boxes, for pictures, every box is filled. If now 50 they write, no write like the same 10. For make sure 0, 0, 0, 0, 50. Not so to cover all boxes. There are so many irregularities, some of our own making, some of our ineptitude, some because of our laziness, some because of political manipulation. Today, in 2024, we have an opportunity to look at all of this and correct the government. It has never happened in any country anywhere. This is the first time. And that's why we must pray ourselves. We must pray for political parties and say, let us come together and do it. Any party, we don't allow go for the whole of it. But it's the only thing that is political manipulation. Political instability somebody has for economic development. Where there is political instability, who's investor where they can get? Run. There are high sense of political stability. Go to Ghana. Live in Nigeria, political stability. It will Ghana. They try to resolve it as quickly as possible. Why not to solve for you? This is not about the blame Mr. X, Mr. Y, no. Why did we grow in 2013 by over 20% of GDP? It was only one reason we discovered iron ore. We not only discovered iron ore, we brought in a company that seriously invested and exploited that iron ore. What happened? The GDP went up. Now the economy is not so. The value of output, national output, because of that thing with one commodity. We grow by that. That also defies the added hope in trade, control of the federal one commodity. It's not about dependence, it's about management. If now one resource you get, if you manage it well, the country will go on. One of the countries that never had natural resources, like Singapore doesn't get natural resources. When the country don't have, what do? They develop a service industry. They develop a service. So we have the point. But when we grow by that, because of that exponential increase in our national output, GDP growth, we grow up. But GDP now 1 year for another year for another. But as soon as Ebola came, as soon as we lost the prices of iron ore in the international market, it dropped from about 180 per ton to less than 20 per ton. What happened? The growth can come back. Ebola presented further economic activity. down to -21. It's like you don't want to 20 story up. You go down, you know the heat ground zero, you go below ground zero. Listen to campaign. At the time APC left, by 2016, we recovered from -20 to 6.9%. Because of the policy intervention. Just by the time we get 6.9%, that is international problem. But why did we need this government with 3.8% of GDP? Positive. So you cannot come and tell us you inherited the worst economy in the world. Today, you see the over at 2.2%. Today, Ebola, must collapse of commodity prices, the combined impact is far bigger than the impact of COVID and Ukraine. But now we are suffering from any of COVID and Ukraine. No, we never complained after Ebola, we never complained after the commodity price. What happened? By 2016, we say, let us get on with the war. We continue and the economy recovers. And the economy recovers. We don't want them to know anybody. We don't want them to Ebola in any speech. We can mention the effect of Ebola, but not to blame Ebola. So, we are going forward. In my statement today, the answers are needed. Going to the future, what was needed? I give you 5 points. But we must learn to accept the truth ourselves. When we accept the truth, we will go inside. So the message, all of you, I know the biggest challenge today we have managing expectations of the people. These are the enterprise community. But there are two expectations, two sets of expectations you must forget. We as APCians get to expectations. We don't do the we want to correct the wrong. Let us compare and move forward. The other side, they're not saying anything wrong. So what is their expectation? How we consolidate our power going forward without APCs appearing. Like the opposite side, left and right. So we're hoping that Secretary Committee will now run in the interest of the people. This is the first picture of Australia. The results of this, the exercise of labor, are the best way to protect the goods of every individual. So, like I said, let us have faith. Let us give the committee a try. Let's give this process a try. I wish I had been able to talk about this. But this is why I will stop. The process is ongoing. Let's have faith. Except for me, let's work together. Empire as APCians, they are very strong. They are very strong and they are very committed. We are not supposed to follow from their writings. Last time they do, there was an agreement. I don't know how many of you have read the agreement. When I tried to get the agreement for national unity, 8th resolution, the APC's position is very, very clear again at the preamble. What the party is asking for, he did it. Can the party deviate from that? So the last thing I will tell them is of advice. That is, you know it. Once APC, always APC. If you don't believe in the supporter, you don't believe in the agreement, you don't believe in the APC, I don't know how you want to do. You understand? Secondly, there was the point of reference of the Zone 3 committee, supporter. Una pena alone, a leader. Thirdly, recently at the party, as early as 3 or 4 days ago, Dr. Kamara and the team, they moved the press conference for telling the front the status of the chapter. I don't know how many of you listen to it. So they are let's follow. Social media gets away of distracting also. But if you endeavor, use your own energy and time to follow, ask the people the right question, no go wrong. Yeah? I want to get up to truth. They say, first don't meet you, you don't go through. Don't wait for those. So, I need always to say, let us continue to have hope. We have to be strong in our resolve. APC and APC. Look on the I will not make it. Put on the I will not make it. That's it. Put on the APC. Nobody knows it. Put on the APC now. Put on the APC. All right, thank you very much.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, faculty members, and fellow students. It is with great pleasure and gratitude that I stand before you to deliver this book of thanks, following the insightful and thoughtful, provoking public lectures we have just experienced. I am humbled by the opportunity to express an appreciation on behalf of our university, the University of Makeni. First and foremost, I would like to extend a heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished guest, Speaker Dr. Samura Kamara, a one-time aspirant for the presidency of our beloved country. Your words have inspired us challenge us, and shed light on social issues that affect our society. Your wisdom and experience have left an indelible mark on all of us present here today. I would also like to express our sincere thanks to the university administration, faculty, and staff who work tirelessly behind the scenes to organize this event. Your dedication and hard work have made this lecture a sound success, and we are truly grateful for your effort. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the students present here whose enthusiasm and engagement have enriched the discussion and made this event a truly memorable one. Our active participation is a testament to show our commitment of learning and growth. Last but not the least, I want to thank each and every one of you in the audience for joining us today. Your presence has made this event truly and thoughtful questions have added the dialogue. In progress, let us carry forward the insights and from the lecture as we continue our academic pursuit and strive to make a positive impact on our country, Mama Sabu. Thank you once again to our distinguished guest speaker, Dr. Samura Kamara, and all the attendees for making this event a success. Let us continue to learn, grow, and work towards a brighter future for all and never change the want to see in having a council ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Margaret. You know, 4 days ago, Sierra Leone was free. Despite Pacific fortune, this is the only country we have. I want all of us to stand up and let us end with the national anthem so that it is security. Margaret, please lead us.
Talking point platform, TTP. Oh yeah. Now we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one for tomorrow. Now we go make salute. Sound sensation. Come from run the nation. Check this out.
Now who's them will get the right man at the right place, huh? We're talking about reality this time. Youth man, this reality. 1, 2, they want make me talk fool. 3, 4, when most of we want. Some saying that this, some saying that, some saying that they want the way they rule we are. Now me say sing again. 1, 2, they want make me talk fool. 3, 4, when most of we want. Some saying that this, some saying that, some saying that the way we them in we are. If she's all approaching, you for for me anyway for playing love and loyalty to his sweet salon. So tell me why you still do them thing, but you know see no they else sweet salon for gold. Tell me why you they send out in the street for make salon not here run for we for disease. Tell me why you they build on a land where you know see them not EU permit for build. Tell me how you want to see salon where you they people put the right man at the right place. Tell me how sweet salon for gold, you they working on the people pay you income tax. The poor man still is screening pain and they eat and forgetting how we all for ships. Some saying that this, some saying that, some just saying that they want the rule we are. 1, 2, they want make me talk fool. 3, 4, when most of we want. Some saying that this, some saying that, some saying that they want the rule we are. Now me say sing again. 1, 2, they want make me talk fool. 3, 4, when most of we want. Some saying that this, some saying that, some saying that the way we them in we are. When you dey if say baby try the point and pan me. Judge not your brother that you may not be judged. You left for the blame. Forget about your name. We all forget. in Switzerland. Style masters today ask for money when the government don't say no for pay school fee. Tell me why you dey sell them books when the government don't make them picking go line. Tell me now if they picking online, now if you say Switzerland for my bike return. Teacher tell me why the school not on my kids, you just the land that picking for make them be corrupt. Why really you dey left sit down, you dey watch your country salon boy. Some saying at this, some saying at that, some saying at the way with them and we are.
Some saying that,